a passenger train pulling out of Quetta station was hit by a coordinated Fedayeen strike. The blast was so powerful it derailed entire cars backward along the tracks. The wreckage left 20 dead and over 100 injured, the vast majority being active-duty Pakistani military personnel. Shortly after the dust settled, the Balochistan Liberation Army claimed responsibility. This strike at Quetta fits into a steep, violent trajectory. Over a single 10-day stretch recently, the militant group claimed 27 separate attacks, aggressively turning the region into a highly active conflict zone. These localized strikes carry consequences that reach far beyond Pakistan's borders. The BLA is using this surge in violence to specifically target a billion-dollar international mining venture slated for this exact territory. The target is a massive agreement between the United States and Pakistan. Washington committed an estimated $1.3 billion to extract vast, untapped reserves of gold and copper buried in Decode, Balochistan. That influx of American corporate infrastructure is now squarely in the militants' crosshairs. U.S. analysts and media outlets classify the group as a project-defining risk, fully capable of making sure this financial pact yields absolutely zero return. A paradox sits at the center of this conflict. The militants tearing up rail lines and ambushing convoys to stop American investment appear to be using American-made equipment to do it. This means the very military hardware once intended to protect American interests is appearing in the hands of the group trying to dismantle them. To see how those weapons arrived in Balochistan, we have to look back to the chaotic United States military withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021. As forces rushed to exit the country, they left behind massive stockpiles of advanced American military hardware, completely unsecured in the resulting power vacuum. This chart maps the abandoned arsenal's flow. The Afghan Taliban absorbed the weapons, smuggling a significant portion across the border to the TTP. The TTP then opened a secondary supply line, pushing these American weapons directly south into Balochistan. This bar chart tracks recorded strikes over time, and the impact of that new arsenal is obvious. The volume of attacks in the region spiked aggressively year over year from 2023 through mid-2025. This illicit pipeline provided the exact firepower needed to elevate a localized separatist movement into a highly lethal, heavily militarized force. The Pakistani government is currently facing severe domestic financial strain. Securing the $1.3 billion in foreign mining capital is an absolute necessity to keep their economy afloat. While international media outlets like the BBC track dozens of strikes a month, the official response from Islamabad is often silence. By withholding public announcements and minimizing casualty reports, the state attempts to keep the project's risk profile from appearing in American news cycles. But containing the optics of a war is nearly impossible in this environment. Balochistan is defined by desolate, rocky terrain and vast, isolated stretches of desert, where militants can easily hide, strike, and vanish. By deliberately suppressing the reality on the ground, the state is constructing a dangerous false sense of security for American corporations preparing to enter a highly volatile zone. The government is trapped in a deception loop of its own making. They are financially forced to market an active, expanding conflict zone as a stable corporate environment. That illusion is now cracking under the pressure. The American financial bet on the region is crashing headfirst into the reality of a heavily armed insurgency. To actually guarantee the safety of the copper and gold extraction sites, the Pakistani military would need to launch a massive internal pacification operation, committing immense resources to secure the Southern Territory. This map illustrates the current strain on their armed forces. The military is already heavily overextended, maintaining dense defensive lines along the Indian border to the east, while actively conducting bombing campaigns into Afghanistan to the west. Pulling combat units inward to sweep and hold Balochistan forces those eastern and western defensive borders to dangerously thin out. The state simply lacks the physical manpower and financial bandwidth to wage a three-front war just to guard foreign mining equipment. The military exit from Afghanistan created a direct pipeline of weaponry that is now undermining a strategic economic future in Pakistan. As the violence escalates, the $1.3 billion Decode operation, a cornerstone of American investment in South Asia, hovers on the brink of total collapse. America's own abandoned arsenal has empowered a localized militia to hold both the internal stability of Pakistan and billions in foreign investment entirely hostage.